Hi, this is Dan Emfield of Slow Twitch, and this is a frame I've written about already a little bit. It's a Quintana SR6, which I built up. And it's a aero frame, which means that all the lines run internally, and that can be a little bit of a pain if you need to change a stem. Typically, with a bike like this, you need to take the hose out, cut the part of the hose that houses the olive and the barb, re-string the hose, re-bleed the brakes, and it's inconvenient. And so there's a tech that I've also written about. Formula from Italy makes a thing called a SpeedLock, which is an inline quick connect for hydraulic systems. I actually had a chance to use it this time because I built up this frame with this stem because I thought I had it mathed out correctly, and this is a 110 stem, and I found that I had miscalculated. So I got myself a 120 stem and changed it, and this is the video I'm going to show you. It's about 5 minutes long after I get done talking, and it'll show you how the system works when you actually need it to work. I didn't want to write about it and publish it immediately because I wanted to make sure everything functioned. So I went out over the weekend and went out on a hefty ride and tired myself out and climbed about 6,000 feet, but more importantly, I descended 6,000 feet and I'm not in the hospital and I didn't die, so everything worked. I didn't need to re-bleed the brakes. Everything worked like a charm. And so what follows is just this process of using this hydraulic quick connect to change the stem. When it comes to taping handlebars, some people like to start at the tops and end at the drops. Other people like to do it the other way around. And I am firmly in the camp of I don't care. However, in this case, I start at the drops and end at the tops because in such cases you need to disconnect things. It's a little bit easier to do this if you just have to unroll a little bit of handlebar tape, make your changes, and then roll it back up. There's a male and a female side to this quick connect. And I've oriented it in the only way that you really can for the routing that I've chosen here. There's a little spiral stainless steel elastic O-ring that you pull apart that allows you access to the connect, and then you disconnect like that, and you're good. And the reason that the male piece is oriented towards the frame is that I need to fish this through the handlebar. Okay, I did some disconnecting, and these lines passed through this hole, out this hole, and into the connect. Disconnected, fished these lines out. Now I just have to change the stem. This is what this looks like. I'm taking off the shorter one, putting on the longer one. So out it comes here, and in it goes there. And same thing here. The stem is replaced. I have not put the faceplate on yet. I have fished through the first line, and my recommendation is that you hook this up before you start fishing through the other line on the other side, which I do with a pick. And this is where science meets art. Okay, I've got this side hooked up. This side is fished through but not yet hooked up. I put the faceplate back on, and I'm going to show you how this connects so that you can sort of get a look inside the sausage factory. It's not all as simple as it may seem after this video is edited down, but it's like this. This will snap in or not. Come on now, come on now. There we go. It's snapped in. This is the that spiral O-ring I told you about. This slides over, and this is what keeps this from disconnecting when you don't want it to, which is not a good thing if you're going downhill. So it's connected. So now all I really have to do is tape it back up, adjust the handlebars where I want them, and that's it. And we're good. I don't have to rebleed. Now let's talk about some practical implications of this. As you see, I have these on the outside here. I think most of the time I'm going to have these connects inside the stem, and I'm going to shove as much slack as I can, hose slack in the frame and in the fork, so that in most applications I'll take the faceplate off, I pull the handlebar out, and out come these things. And I've done a bike that way, and it works. In point of fact, sometimes it's hard to cram enough hose into the fork. If you can't cram enough hose into the fork, and you take the faceplate off and you pull the handlebar out, and you don't have quite enough slack to be able to pull these connects out from inside the stem extension, then worst case is you'll have to undo the caliper, front caliper. You get plenty of slack in the rear of the bike. There's plenty of frame to throw the more hose into. But in the front, it's been my experience, it's not quite that easy. So you may have to undo the caliper to give you this extra maybe 3 inches of hose slack. In other words, the caliper will suck right up into this hole right here, right up against it, and that'll give you plenty of slack to bury these quick connects inside. Everything's tightened down, handlebars are taped back up. I had the wheels off the bike, they're now back on the bike. Brakes work, no rebleeding. It's a product that's made by Formula Italy. Not the easiest product to find, but if you do find it, they make a set for Shimano and they make a set for SRAM. You can't mix them up. One's for mineral oil, one's for regular DOT fluid, but they do make them both. And presto, there you have it.